Nancy, hello. Look, salam, salam, Adnan, Jane, Ingrid, Goeienaand, Alice, David, John, satisfied evening, Kukus, van der Jover. Look, I don't know, for some reason, I just, after last night's, or was it gisterand, of eergister, weet nie wanneer was dit, the Mackenzie mentoring lessons, some people came to me and said, "Yo, the lesson was it was enlightening," and I thought maybe we should just have conversation of things that I observed. Now, ek is nou nie fundi nie, right? Net dinge wat ek observe, just things that I'm observing and that we can talk about, and you guys can also talk with me about things that you observe. So I just thought after today going to the Ward 29 celebration, or part celebration, I guess, because we did a carcade and Praise was there, DP was there, and all the Patriots was there. In Joburg, Gauteng, basically, some people came from far and wide, and I think the celebration is still coming. The celebration is still coming, but there was something that I noticed there, which I thought it is something we must talk about. And I'm not gonna say for sure, but it was very interesting that Councillor Ishmael was not, or is not, sworn in yet. And on the ground, people were saying, "Ligte, asseblief, ligte." Now, guys, I must explain this to you, because the lights was off on Ward 29 since yesterday, right? The lights was off. There's no lights there in that ward. And I can't say for sure. But what I can say is that it's very interesting that that now that you have a new councillor in an ANC ward, that was an ANC ward since 1994. For the first time, PA wins that ward. So for 2 days, there's no lights. So already, frustration is going to be mounting to say, now that we've given the ward to the PA, there's no, ons het sommer nie ligte nie. Nou, julle moet nie bysa nie. Because ek het nog gehoor op die grond, mense sê, daar is nog nie ligte nie, daar is nog nie wat. Guys, people, Ward 29, and everywhere else, firstly, thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your confidence. Thank you for believing in Ishmael. Thank you for believing in the Patriotic Alliance. But you must know that they are going to try everything to frustrate you. But no, Mujiviet, now you must know what it means to say, extend cement fast. Because wherever they govern, whether it be the ANC, whether it be the DA, all those who are competing against us, where they govern, they will use resources to frustrate you so that you must think you made the wrong choice, because many people don't understand the makeup of government. So I'm going to quickly explain that to you. And I want to call tonight's talk the art versus the heart of politics. The art versus the heart of politics. The art of politics is a deceptive approach. It is deception. Now, soos ons aangaan, so gaan julle meer verstaan wat meen ek as ek sê the art versus the heart of politics. Now, the heart of politics is a balance of the art and heart of politics, right? Because you have to have art, like skill, but the skill must not be deceptive, and that's where there's heart in the skill. But when it's exclusively just the skill of politics, the art of politics, heart is removed from it. It then becomes deceptive, to the point where this art, many has mastered this art. This art of politics, if you specialize in the art of politics, you will not lie to people. You will do something that's even worse. You will deceive people. That's the art. The art of deception. Now, what is deception? Deception uses different factors or elements to achieve its goal of your domak. Simply put, deception is worse than lies. Deception is like, for example, look at Vernon and say, brother, there's a lot of municipality land to put solar panels on to provide electricity to every town of city. He's speaking the truth. That's a fact. But I want to show you, if you understand the makeup of government. So there's a municipality and there's a lot of land. Who does the land belong to? Municipality. So it's municipal land. So who's the municipality? Like here, for example, where I am now, it's in Joburg. So Joburg is the municipality, the city of Joburg. Now, if I ask the brother, you are right that there's lots of land you can put up solar and provide electricity outside or separate from the grid of Eskom or whatever. Yeah. But who has power to decide what that land will be used for? Who? Me? The councillor that was just voted in by the PA? The PA councillor? No. Tepo, was good to meet you, my brother. Good to meet you. Good to meet you, my brother. Think. Guys, think. You can't. If I could now make land available for solar power so that there's a substitute for electricity, I could have, but I can't. Why? Who runs the municipality? That's the question you should ask. Now, how do you know who runs the municipality? Who has the most seats in government in the municipality? Who has the majority? Now, how many seats do we have as the PA? We have now 11 seats in Johannesburg out of 235, I think. Total seats, 235 total seats. We have 10 of those seats. 11 now. So we've just added one. Ward 29 has just added one, and thank you. Yes? So what does that mean? We don't have the power to do the things that you want us to do. Yeah, but julle are not in the government by City of Joburg. Yes. So that we don't sit in the opposition benches and just raise our hands the whole time and complain van is the opposition. We go into coalition so that the biggie we get, we can change lives with it. How do you see that? We are in coalition in different parts of the municipalities. Let's use an example for Joburg. Joburg, because of the coalition government, our DP is the MMC of transport. So he can do service delivery of roads and things like that. Look every day, go on his page, you will see. Every day he's on the ground fixing roads. Now, the city has a 14,000 kilometer lane of road network. Think about that. It doesn't get fixed overnight. Years of messing up our roads doesn't take 2 days to fix, but they are working daily to fix. But there we can fix. But electricity, water, social development and health, safety, that's not us. But yes, we are in a coalition. In the city of Joburg, even the EFF is in the coalition. The ANC, the IFP, housing. Yeah, but you also running the city. Why did you join with the ANC to run the city? Because you need power to effect change. And if you have the amount of seats that we have, would you rather have us sit there and keep on Friday Mensable that doesn't care about us? Or would you, instead of having 100% of something, would you at least have 5% of something so that you can have 5% of impact? What would you rather have? Think about it. You criticize President McKenzie and our DP and others. You criticize them for, why did you go with the ANC? You must ask South Africa, why did they vote for the ANC? Why did they vote for the DA? Don't ask, why did we go with them? We went with them for your sake. We went with, in other parts, before we went with the DA for your sake. We went with the ANC for your sake. We are working with the EFF in Joburg in one coalition for your sake. Do you think we like what we see around us? No, but it's not us. You gave them power. So we need to strategically find a way to ask ourselves, what can we do with what we have instead of complaining? A vote for the PA is a vote for the ANC. But the DA is then also in coalition with the ANC. It's amazing how when it comes to other parties then people can intellectually explain it. When you consider right from the beginning, it is only our president who was open before the vote even. Before elections, he was open. He said, we will go with everybody, even the Avia. They criticized him. After elections, the DA said they'll never go with the ANC. Where are they now? The EFF said they will never go with the ANC. Where are they now? In Joburg? Think about it. Think about what I'm saying to you. You must not ask, why are we in coalitions? You must ask, did we lie to you? Or did we speak the truth? The others used the art of politics. We used the heart of politics. The heart of politics was open and transparent. Before getting your vote, our president came to you and said, before you give the vote, just know that when you give us the vote, you must remember we are going to go into coalition with anybody. Before. That's the heart of politics. That's transparency. What did the others do? They said to you, we'll never go with the ANC. What are they doing today? They deceived you. Because that's the art. Now, what is that art? It's deception. What is deception? Listen to me very carefully. What is deception? What is deception? Deception is not lying. Listen to me carefully. Deception is more deeper. It's more deeper. Deception is deeper than just lying. What is deception? I'll take my time. Listen carefully. What's deception? Deception is speaking, listen, is speaking the truth untruthfully. Listen to me. It's speaking the truth untruthfully. That's deception. Deception is, it's an untruth spoken with truth. You must be highly deceptive to tell someone the truth untruthfully. So they tell you, no, we went with the ANC because the DA and the others, we went with the ANC because if we leave them, then we are going to hand over the country to corruption and whatever. It's the truth. It's the truth that if there is not the presence of us and others, that's now holding them accountable whilst we are there, isn't it? So that's the truth. But what's the deception? The deception is they're telling you the truth, that they don't want to just hand it over, but the truth of it is that they too actually agree with our president that they all in it for power. When President Mackenzie was transparent with all of you in 2024, he came and said, John Steenhuisen came and said, it's about principle. It's about principle. Then Press came and Press said, no, I'm not here. Don't tell me about principle. I'm here for power. My people needs power for their lives to be changed. They don't need your DA principles. They went for him. The principles. There he calls himself on national television. He says he's an extortionist. What did they extort? That vet issue? What you don't know is they didn't fight for the masses of the people. They were there behind closed doors with the ANC, saying if you give us this, we will stand with you at vet. But yet, outside, they made it look like it's for the masses of the people. Went to court, make it look like it's them. Open your eyes to see the deception. Now we have the heart of politics. It's totally different from the art. The art. So I'm going to make different examples for you so that you see what I mean. So what do they want you to do in Ward 29, for example? You must now feel that, Ishmael, there's no lights. They want you to believe that Ishmael has the power to switch on lights. Do you know what? Ishmael and every other councillor that we have everywhere in the country, the councillor's responsibility is to take your query on ground level. Like now, you say, councillor, my light is off. Then councillor will take your query and escalate it. You must also show that you have yourself contacted the entity, City Power or Eskom, to log a call and say our lights is off. Then you get a reference number. Then you don't get response from the entity. Then you go to the councillor, the local councillor, and say, councillor, here it is. I've done what I have to do. I went to report my thing. No one is coming out. Now the councillor must intervene. Your councillor is there for intervention. You are escalating to your councillor. Then your counselor will now approach them and say, our people is waiting for lights here. What is the resolve, the resolution? When will our people's lights go on? Just like what happened in Westbury with the water. Is the PA responsible for water? No. In Johannesburg, the portfolio on the MMC, like a cabinet, the mayor, and then you have his MMCs. The portfolio belongs to the ANC. The electricity portfolio and the water portfolio belongs to the ANC. The mayor, we only have roads. Now the people don't have water there for days. People get frustrated. Then what did President Mackenzie have to do? He had to then intervene and privately get water trucks. Then the mayor came out. We are in the same government with them. But they will play politics so that you can get frustrated and stop believing in the heart of politics and subject yourself to the art of politics. But our president is not just, he doesn't just have heart, he also has skill. But his skill, his art, is motivated by heart. How do I know that? Because when the people was asking for water, he was out of the country. He used not only the art, the skill that he has of politics. He was moved in his heart. The heart of politics puts people above prophets, principle above personality. The heart of politics. And then he looks at the situation and the city doesn't respond. He does not wait for the city, please send. He then goes, his heart stirs him to then say, we'll get and pay for the tanks ourselves. He says 9 o'clock tomorrow there will be tanks. There was tanks. But who had to do it? Who had to do it? Who had to do it? They had to do it. Now question, why did they not do it? Because they wanted you to be frustrated with the PA, you see. Then all of a sudden, boom, there they come. Then they bring the tankers. Then when they bring the tankers, it's dirty water. Where's the heart? How do you give people dirty water? Then President Mackenzie intervened again. Now I ask you, he's the Minister of Sport. So he must worry about sports. They attack him for this, they attack him for, and he must worry about getting people water, clean water. Why don't you just make him the president? So that then you can then hold him responsible for water, for electricity, for everything, for sport, for what? You're already treating him like the president. You're already doing it. Why don't you just rather make up in your mind, no matter what, that's the man for the job? Our counselors, Councillor Marilyn, and our other volunteers that joined in. You saw Councillor Juwera jumped in, Councillor Dwayne in them. Melissa jumped in. She was there on the ground in Westbury because she stays there. She jumped in. They shot at our people. She was there. Councillor Marilyn was there. And what happened? They rather send police to come and shoot at our leaders. Instead of giving water, they came to shoot old people. Huh? Why do they do that? They want you to get frustrated. So the counselors can show you. They've logged calls. They can show you they called the entities. Now that entities can make a choice. They can't go for Elizabeth Blocky. They can make a choice. not to service you. They can delay the service. They can tell you, no, we are working on this thing, working on that thing, just so that you can take days to get response. Why? Then you get, who's the person you're going to scream on? The counselor. You're going to blame the counselor. That's what they now, Ishmael is not even sworn in yet. Already they want people to have doubts in him. But you guys must be smarter and understand your counselor does not control the entities. Do you know when you can put it on us? When you don't have lights, when you don't have water, when you don't have, you know when? When you give the Patriotic Alliance majority seats 2026 to take the whole municipality. Next year you have an opportunity to not just vote for a ward, but vote for the entire city where you live. Make Liam Jacobs the mayor of Cape Town. Make Honorable Kenny Kunene the mayor of the city of Joburg. Give us majority seats. Then you can say, you must ask yourself, what form of politics do you want? The art of politics? Or do you want the heart of politics? Ne? The art of politics. They will be so desperate, even if they hate you. But the art of politics will say, when you go campaigning, do whatever you can do to make it look like you love people. You'll even do this. You will even do this. Huh? Kan julle dit sien? There, you can see it proper now. You'll even do that. Jy sal even die doen. We don't do that. Huh? We don't do that. We use heart. And we want our people to start opening your eyes and choose properly. Right? I say, she's such a lovable person. Look, she even kisses the poorest of the poor, the poorest of the poor, the poorest of the poor. Deception. 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 What do you think happened to her when she left there? Now, I'll show you an example. There's some people that says, Liam, what fun, Liam for mayor. Liam is just a young man. Don't underestimate people. Liam is more qualified than half of the people there in the DA was. But he was the wrong color. There's ministers there from the DA that doesn't have the qualifications that Liam has. But what disqualifies him? He's the wrong color. He's now talking about in Cape Town. He's saying that Cape Town must be for everyone, not just for some. And that's what the DA has been doing. The DA has been serving only some people. And then they like pretending like it's not true. Now Helen must come save Joburg because she saved Cape Town. No, when you go on holiday, you don't go to Menenberg, you don't go to Valhalla Park, you don't go to Grassy Park, you don't go to Khayelitsha, you don't go to Langa. Go there. Then you'll see real Cape Town. They come here, they say, look at Joburg. It's true. Many things wrong in Joburg. But how different is Cape Town? Same WhatsApp group. Now Liam goes, he points it out. There JP Smith comes. He makes a big scene there. Let's just tell Liam. What? There's the mayor. Cape Town, there's your mayor, Liam Jacobs. Must rehearse someone now. Call him. Speak it over him. It's time for our children to take those seats. He's capable, that man. Let me tell you. Brilliant man. And he has heart. Our DP is capable of rescuing Joburg. He has heart. When DP takes Joburg, do you think the criminals will be able to run Joburg like they are running Joburg? Huh? With a man that understands these things. They want you to be discouraged. They come and tell you the truth. The art of politics. Keaton and Kenny, they are criminals. They are former criminals. They're just pushing that in your mind. It's the truth. But what's the untruth? The untruth is they push criminality as though it's current, not past. Whereas if you just understand the truth, ask yourself, would they want to risk what they have built by the grace of God for so many years, but they've given their lives to it? They just want to throw it away like that just to be found in criminal activity. If there was a crime committed by our president or deputy president, because some people are saying they murdered people, they did this, they did. Where's the charge? Where is the criminal case opened? Because Jalet must proof. They just use the media. Ask yourself, Jalemut Bikidunk and Fra. Why? Because they want you to believe in the deception so that you don't trust Kenny Kunene. But Kenny Kunene has proven to just want to do good for the city because he understands underground. He understands criminality. They don't want you to have such a mayor. They want you to... Wat can the Helen van the crime? What does Helen know? What does Helen know? Our DP is busy with fixing roads. Those are things that is basic service delivery that can be done. What's Helen going to come and do different? That's not the problem. The problem is the theft, the murders, the cartels. You don't need Helen. Her history is journalism. Do you need a journalist, a former journalist, to come and sort out the crime in our cities? That's what you need. No. You need a Kenny Kunene who survived it and changed his life to make it better for other children. You need a president to deal with criminality on a national level, and God himself trained them. See, Robben Island won't teach you that. Grootfontein will teach you how to deal with criminality. Now, you guys are talking about Liam Jacobs is a little boy. He doesn't know. Liam Jacobs is a little... You see that blonde hair en ligte vel, dan jy betoer. You want hope, but you don't want hope when it looks like you. Start looking yourself in the mirror and tell yourself in the mirror, you can. You are capable. Start trusting what also looks like you. Because it's only you that knows what you are going through. Those people you've put there, they have no clue what you're going through. JP Kenny, Helen has no clue. She can talk about knowing what you are going through in a shack, eating skaapkop. She can talk about it because she had to write about it years ago. But Kenny Kunene, Liam Jacobs, us, we know what you know. We know what it's like to wash with Sunlight soap. We know what it's like to when you do buy Dove or you buy Lux and it gets finished, you don't throw it away. You take the Lamun Saki and you throw the pieces in the Lamun Saki. Go ask Helen, has she ever done that in her life? She has no clue what you're going through. She's never had to wash in a bucket. Start thinking. Stop being deceived by the art of politics. They are so, and you must give it to them, they're brilliant at it. No, they are masters. They are masters. They're still coming for him. He's our child. We must protect him. They still coming. You see what JPM them are already doing. They're coming for him. There he was already the other day. They were saying fraud was done in his name and they wanted to make it look like it's him. You must see these things. They're telling the truth untruthfully. And who benefits all the time? Today there was a guy, we are there in the carcade. He screams there. He takes out money out of his pocket. He says, here's the money. Give people money. Don't just drive and make a noise. Give people money. He's the DA. Give people money. Hy speel met die geld daar. Bietjie geld. Nou sit ek daar so ek dink vir myself. Kyk nou vir. Praat van ons strongvoels en wat. En hy wys geld. Hy wys geld. Jy het nou so baie geld. Maar jy loop werk toe. Klom geld. Klom geld. Maar slaat de hak. And yet we are not like that. Your value to us is not determined by your money. Show us your heart. Love God. Love God's people. And don't be lazy. Loop werk toe. Met een klein zakje. Geen hy zakjes wat je krijgt bij die promotions. Daar bij die shopping center. Als je die zakjes zien, dan moet je kennen. Alles is geld. When it's like you serve money, you serve mammon. You think money is the answer for everything. Money is the answer, perhaps. Money answered all things, but money, because people will say, yeah, but the Bible says money answers all things. Yes, that is true. Money answers all things, but is money the answer to all things? That's what you must ask yourself. See, you must understand the scripture in context. Study the original Greek of the text. Money answereth all things. That's King James. Money answereth all things does not mean money is the answer for all things. It's a different scenario. For example, as jy my 'n vraag vra, ek bly antwoord. Ek antwoord die hele tyd. Beteken dit because ek antwoord, my antwoord is die antwoord? Ha! Julle hoor nie. If I am your teacher and you have an exam, I give you an exam with questions. You answer all the questions, but there's some questions I will mark wrong. Kan jy daar kom en sê, but sir, I answered all things. I answered all questions. You were not tested on whether you're answering all questions. You were tested on whether you gave the answer for the question. See? So money answered all things. You can take money and throw it at everything. You can. But does it mean that it is the answer of everything? You see, what are they trying to do to us? They come, they want to give us money. But it's not the answer for us. Our people, our vision is the answer. We're going to make life better for all South Africans. That is the answer. Can't throw money at everything. Why do they steal? Why do they take from hospitals? Hospitals, jou ouma moet naar die hospital toe gaan in Tembisa, hulle steel die hele geld. They killed Babita Deokaran. She stood up against corruption, they killed her. Sis, why? Evil. Why? Because the love of money, not money, die liefde vir geld, is the root. It's not evil. It's not evil. It's the wortel of evil. It's the root. So what you see is the fruits. What you see is the fruit. But what is the root? The root of all this crime you see, all this corruption and thievery that you see, what is the root? The root, ladies and gentlemen, the root, you go to the root of it, it's the love for money. Hoe kan jy het 'n billion, jy's nog nie satisfied nie, jy soek nog, jy 50 million, jy soek nog, you're not content. Why? Jy's te lief vir share. Lief vir dit. You can't say no. When you are so in love with money, it's the root of evil. You see, so you'll have evil. Don't need a plant in it. So you have evil. Here's evil. Here's evil. This is evil. But the love of money is what keeps this alive. In the ground. See, so you have this is outside, this is your flesh. Your flesh is sent from dust we come, from dust we will go. So now, if evil is in your flesh, under what we don't see, we see your flesh and we see evil. But you see, that Jeff Reynolds says money is evil. Money is not evil. Money is like this. Money is neutral. Money depends on what heart controls it. The same money that's used to pay a hijacker is the same money that's used to pay for somebody's treatment in hospital to save their lives. Money is not evil. The love of it, the root. So your flesh is the dust, is the ground. What we cannot see is where this thing is rooted inside of this ground. So when you instead of loving God, instead of loving money, you love God, then that means your root is dealt with, you see? And that's the balance. That's how we say love God. Love God's people. Don't be lazy. So when you love God, you know money is the only thing that God puts on the same level with himself. He says, choose who you will serve. Will you serve Mammon? That's now money having taken up a personality. Mammon is money with personality. Yeah? So it's not the note in your pocket. But have you ever noticed, it's as if you hear your money talk to you. Your money tells you, jy het soveel in die bank, gaan koop vir jou die, gaan koop vir jou die. Dis geld wat praat. That's when money has taken up a personality. Because now money masters you. You don't master money. When money tells you where to go and what to do, when the balance in your bank balance tells you what to do with it instead of you telling it what you're going to do with it, then money masters you and you don't master money. You see? So, money, mammon, the personality of money, is the only thing God puts on the level with himself. God says, choose who you will serve. Would you serve God or would you serve mammon? So you make money, mammon, master you. That's when you love money. Or do you love God? When you love God, your roots is grounded in God rather than in money. So that when you have to make a decision on serving people or not serving people, because you are rooted in God, in Christ, you will choose to serve and help people with the resources you have. But if you choose rather to build a hospital, rather than buy machinery for the hospital so that omas and opas can be saved, you rather choose to take the money and pocket it for yourself because you love money more than what you love people. I hope I'm making sense to some of you. So you must learn to see beyond the deception, because they'll come, they're going to come. They're going to come to deceive you. They use social media and the news to push their deception. Look at the deception. There you have Evan. You talk about Evan. You see, you know Evan. Just like what they're doing to Liam. Do you know Evan? Evan Botha is the new MEC for environment in Gauteng. You're a brilliant young man. Brilliant. PA produces brilliance. Brilliance in Liam, brilliance in Evan, brilliance in Joera, in Dwayne, in Sharifa, in Tiffany Haramsa, in Alma. Kan dit be al die mense se name kom nie. Maar almal. PA produces leaders with the heart of politics. And if they don't have the heart of politics, it will soon expose themselves. Soon. But go look at Evan. I want to show you their deception. Evan goes, he becomes the MEC for environment, a young man. Look here. He goes, he's not even there for long. The first thing he does is he goes and he targets the recycling processing. Why? Because he's saying we must stop teaching, we must turn our children into entrepreneurs of recycling. They must see the money value of recycling. They must not just look at it as some activity for being a good person and looking after the environment. They must see how they can benefit from looking after the environment. So he postures himself like that. He starts a brilliant process where he zooms into that. Go follow him, by the way. Don't just follow us. Go follow Liam. Go follow Evan Botha. Follow in your province especially and in your locality. Go follow your councillors, your PA councillors. Find out what their pages are. Follow your MPLs in the different provinces. Follow them so that you can reach out to them on municipal level, on local level, us on national level. Follow all our MPs. Go follow them. Don't just follow. How will you know about the Committee of Sports if you don't follow Honorable Marlon Daniels? How will you know about traditional affairs and municipalities if you don't follow Honorable Van Wyk? How will you know about correctional services and those things if you don't follow Honorable Hendricks, Honorable Shaila Peters, Honorable Juliet Basson, Honorable Matopa, Home Affairs, Labor and social development, and how will you know about youth and women if you don't follow Honorable Peterson? Go follow these people. On Biza, you'll just hear about Mkwanazi things, and you'll just hear about higher education. If that's your interest, yes. But ask, what are the other portfolios of the other MPs? Follow everybody. Follow DP for if you live in Joburg and it's about roads, go follow the Department of the City of Joburg Roads Agency and all of those. Make yourself, there's many councillors in Cape Town. Ashley Adendal, Councillor Nummerode, the Chief Whip, Cheslin Steenberg, and all of them, Bongi, and go follow them. Biza can't talk about everything. Press can't talk about everything. Follow your people. Where in your locality, find out who's a PA councillor, PR councillor or ward councillor. Follow them. Hold them accountable. Hold all of us accountable. So go on to Evan's thing, nah? You will see. I just want to show you what they do.
If you look to the left over here, you would think that I'm standing in nature and I'm going to bring you some good news. But if we just
look there on the ground,
slightly, what you can see is a spot where tires were being burnt. This is for the extraction of steel and for the extraction of material, and someone was making a lot of money here. Someone was making a lot of money here at the expense of the community's health. So what we did is the Green Scorpions, we received a report from the community. Tires were being burnt. This is for the extraction of steel and for the extraction of material. For our community members who actually reached out to us and asked us to come and resolve this problem. I have been calling on the communities to reach out to the Green Scorpions and to the Departments of Environment for a very, very long time now to help us all get together, because environment is everyone's business. And today, we must really celebrate all of the community members that got involved, the Green Scorpions, as well as the municipality, who heeded to the call of action from the community.
Look at the work he's doing. I'm going to show you, I want to show you what he did with when he jumped out first to be on look on the ground. Chasing, have you ever seen an MEC like this? On the ground. Going for them. I want to show you. Don't think it's just on Biza. It's just, you just don't see them because you don't follow them. Go follow all of them. Go see the great work all PA deployees are doing. I can't even, there's so many, I can't even, just ignore whoever. I can't see who you guys are saying I must block here. But just ignore him. Focus on me. There's so many people that are doing great work. I only know this because I see it sometimes come on my feed. But it's not just on Biza. It's not just there's people doing great work. Look at Honorable Van Wyk. I was on Kokta, me. There was a Khoi community, Richtersveld, something like that. For years, they've not received their title deed for their land, and it was made long time ago. I was there when Honorable Van Wyk came in. Not even a long time after that, he spotted that, challenged the minister. Today, after many years, those people has a title deed for their land. I was there. I didn't see it. We are all differently skilled. It required Honorable Van Wyk to come and change the lives of an entire community. Y'all just don't see it. Why don't you see it? Hoop net paar mense follow in the PA. Go follow everyone so that you follow their work. But I want to show you this thing that he had, man, of where he was in recycling. The guy is on another level. But I want to show you deception, the art of politics. What makes him run on the ground like that? His heart. His heart. His heart for people. I'm gonna find it. Look at him. Look at him.
Project today with 44 participants. A resident of 4 participants.
Look here.
Good morning to the residents of Gauteng. We're here in Ward 29, which is Pennyvale, Orlando, Diepkloof, and Noordgesig. We've launched our BKB project today with 44 participants. We'll be cleaning up the area of Ward 29. It's really exciting to see the department being involved on the ground and giving people some work opportunities. Although it's not enough, we really need to start focusing on bringing buyback centers to these areas.
Yeah. Theron, you're speaking the truth. There's Theo Doyle, brilliant. Theo Doyle is not even formally a counselor anymore. Né? But people are looking for him. Remind me to there's something that I saw about Theo Doyle, but I want to finish this quickly.
How are we doing? Hello. Good afternoon to the resident. So when we start a project,
my name is Audrey Caster. I'm from Purpose Recycling, the MD of Purpose Recycling. 2 months ago, we had the MEC in Eldorado Park at our event, and he has promised to help us. He asked us to go and look at our facility. We went to the facility and he came back and he helped me and he said, Auntie Audrey, I am going to do things for you. I'm really going to help you. And I never believed him at the time. But today I'm so emotional because he's come through. And I thank him for pushing us and Heineken for giving us the opportunity that they will become our partners. And today his message again was that he's going to assist the communities with buyback centers. Thank you so much.
He is.
See you. Today is that I think that perhaps in the last 30 years we've got this a little bit wrong. And I say we because I'm now unfortunately part of the government, so I've got to take accountability for those things. I'm only 32, but in the last 30 years, I think we've maybe missed the plot a little bit. And the reason why I say this is because governments in large leaps, because of the power that we yield, have started to become some sort of taskmaster and a gatekeeper, as opposed to being a partner. And I think that's probably where we need to start landing as government now, is as a partner. Because we've tried to take on so much as government. We've tried to assist everyone. We've tried to create jobs. We've tried to, and all of those things that we've done have just slowly started to deteriorate what the private sector can bring to the party. Which means that I need to start to look at things, and I had a meeting very briefly with the leadership of Pambili before we came in here. And I said to them, I need you to come and tell me how I get to where I want to be. I know where I want to land. I know that I need to unburden this department. I know that I can't clean up every corner of every street of every municipality. And the problem is the second that I start to try do that, which is what we have been trying to do as government, people start to take advantage of that and start to make.
You see, he's on this thing of recycling. He's been he's been jumping on this thing. Look. Have you seen MECs like this on the ground? Look at that. Grontu. MEC. Grontu. Nie eens say air conditioning BMW die hele dag nie. Grontu. Huh? With the people. That is who PA leaders are. Go and follow our leaders. Follow everyone.
The call of action.
So he's been on this thing for recycling. He's just everywhere cleaning. And also not just cleaning, but to say people must use it as a value that will become an income stream for them. The man is on it. Huh? Then he's there in a suit.
Socialize back off.
Then he takes off the suit.
So, just very quick.
And then he's there on the ground. They cleaning. Then, now I want to show you.
Everyone's role.
What does the DA then go and do? I showed you all of that because I want to show you he's been at it. Ne? This recycling thing. You've never heard the DA talking about these things and being there on the ground. Never. And I know I'm talking a lot now. But I have to make this point to you guys so that you see the future that PA is building. We're not just building some. This year is not. Look, then next thing. Kyk nou vir
Raising new taxes.
DO. He was the former mayor of Tshwane.
How can we clean up?
Then he was voted out. Ne? He's not net the councillor. He's just a normal councillor, but he's the mayoral candidate in Tshwane. What does he do? They see, just like JP sees what Liam is doing. They're in Cape Town. And they made a whole poster about Liam. They see what Ivan is doing in Gauteng. Next thing you know, kyk for
Streets
DA.
of the capital city without raising new taxes such as the ANC city cleansing levy here in Tshwane. There's a couple of things we can do. Better enforcement of illegal dumping bylaws, better management of our landfill sites. But we also have to think outside of the box. Here is a bale of junk, which could have been illegal dumping on the streets, but because it's been compressed and put together, it can now be processed as an asset. You can actually manufacture something from this recycled plastic. Now, we can use transfer stations, which the city has too few of. We can use the land around dumping sites, landfill sites, to form private partnerships to have more of these buyback centers because they create economic opportunities for vulnerable communities and they get the waste.
Now first, he's talking the exact same thing that the Gauteng MEC is saying. He's there at the center that already exists. He's there now making it look like they came up with this idea. The MEC, Ivan, didn't go just to well-established places. No, he went to the roots, to the communities, to show them how they can build this. He's standing there campaigning for the mayoral thing there in Tshwane. He's not a MEC, he's not a MMC for environment, he's nothing, he's just a councillor. But why are they doing it? And he's doing it on his DA platform. They call our leaders lighties. They call Ivan a lighty. They call Liam a lighty. But they go make posters about the lighties and They copycat the lighties. Why? Because we specialize in the heart of politics. You see, why didn't they do it all these years? Because they were not thinking for the people. Now, our leaders are thinking for the people. That's why Ivan is on the ground. Liam is on the ground. Where do you see Liam? Do you see Liam there with shirt and tie walking around because now he's going to... No, he's on the ground there in Swellendam. He's on the ground there in Bonneville. Then he's there, he's everywhere. Because we are Grondonor. That's the heart of politics. Go to the people. Now he wants to call it thinking. We must also think. Like they came up with the idea. Be very careful. Go look at Ivan Botha. He's been talking about this. He wants to do it for all Gauteng, not just some. Hy skrik nou eers te wakker. Nou eers te skrik hulle wakker. And what is he doing? He's speaking the truth. The truth is, it's a brilliant initiative. The recycling, buyback centers is a brilliant concept. It's the truth, but he's speaking it untruthfully. He's speaking it as though it is something that they came up with and that they are pushing and promoting. Lies, deception, speaking the truth untruthfully. You must see right through their nicely ironed shirts. See the shirt behind the shirt. Sorry, I have some bizarre. Sorry, pastors.
President Barack Obama.
Right? So I'm showing you. They go and then they use our own people to deceive our people. It's amazing how when your own comes with hope, you struggle to believe them. Gaten McKenzie comes with hope. Many of you struggle to believe him because he looks like you. We come with hope, you struggle to believe us because we look like you. But when those who looks like you come with deception, you believe them. You only believe them when they lie. You only believe them when they deceive you about us. Then you believe them. But when we come with the heart of politics, you struggle to believe. And then they use our own to push these deceptive narratives. Okay. Ek het nou 'n bietjie lank gepraat. Julle moet sê, moet ek shut up net dan shut up ek nou gou. I can then I can shut up quickly if you want me to. Ons het nou 'n bietjie lank gepraat. Ek ken my lives is julle ken mos. My lives is altyd lank. So ek kan wag laat julle my gou sê whether you want me to stop. There's something I want to show you. I'm going to show you something else. Okay, Jeff says near Prat sharp. All right. So let me talk about it. They use our own. They use our own. Press the other day. For the first time, for the first time. 1910, they took the bones of our ancestors, our forefathers, for scientific testing to Scotland in 1910. Had it there in a museum. Yeah? It over 100 years. Bushman takes power. He goes And he fetches those bones, brings it home. Some of you will say, what's a bene, lozy bene da, lozy bene, lozy bene. Is he net bene nie? Imagine if slavery was not enough. Imagine even in your death, your bones is in prison. And those who comes and visits your bones is not family to come and grieve. It's tourists, it's spectators in a museum to come and read about what the intellectuals of the 19th century has to say about you, and you are not even what they said about you. Your tombstone is a little brass plaque that tells a story about you, about our fathers. It's not even them. You say, what is it about bones? Go ask Moses when Joseph was in Egypt and he caused Egypt to prosper and he died. And his bones was buried in a foreign land in Egypt. But before he died, he said, when I die, Joseph said, take my bones to the land of my fathers. And the Bible says Moses did that. Go read it. I read that. I was so blessed by it. And I shared it. Because it meant something to me, guys. The scripture, I'll give you the scripture. Exodus chapter 13, verse 19. Moses took the bones of Joseph with him because Joseph had made the Israelites swear on oath. He had said, God will surely come to your aid, and then you must carry my bones up with you from this place. God will keep his promise to you. Then you must take my bones. He believed in the promise. And Moses took he kept that promise. He took the bones to the promised land. And so you sit there and you say, wat maak Gayton McKenzie gaan haal bene in Scotland van Boesmans? Vir wat? Jene kan aangelos word, ons kan. Daar's mense wat sê, en hy betaal vir die Boesmans, die koe en die tam, om hier deur te gaan Skotland, toe hulle kan hy geld gebruik het vir ander goede, vir wat? Nou moet hy bene hier teruggebring word, die koste, you don't understand the spiritual shift and significance of that. You have no clue. Don't talk about things you don't understand. I'm not as close as you to these things of God and all of that. I know I'm not as close as you, but there's certain things I understand, and there's certain things that I know will never leave me. And I can tell you that act by our president to go all the way to Scotland. One day he went, one day he's back the next day to go to the Bafana match. That's how important it is. For the first time in history, Krotoa, Asimutu, Heritage Tribe, but there's now a statue of them there on Robben Island. Was never there. Never. Now, it's there. Why is that significant? Bring that bones. Why? Because we're on our way to the promised land. And even the bones of our forefathers is returning. Think. What do they want to do now? They speak the truth. Gayton McKenzie went to Scotland to go get bones and flew Khoi and San people down there. And it's the truth. But they're telling the truth untruthfully. It's using the money and wasting wasteful expenditure and then they use our own to go and speak against something so significant. It's the art of politics. Show you the art of politics. Then they send our own. Look here. I want to show you something. Kijk wat doen die man. Zet Khoi kleren aan.
I don't know what promises he's going to
Hij heeft net een vellikie aan, hè. I wonder, look here.
I don't know what promises he's going to make. But at the end of the day, it's being facilitated by Zico Museums, Sports, Arts and Culture. It's now on the story of the bones that we have been struggling for long. So bones is coming back. We need our culture to be restored. And making one is dignity to our ancestors. As much as we would like them to do, should have been done a long time in the past by the ANC government. Neglected the Khoi wholeheartedly. So let's see what Gayton is doing, trying to win once over for the Khoi. Once again, empty promises. You will never meet with me.
You see there? I'll show you another one now. So he says, Alastirom, Hana. And Fata promises wil hy nou weer maak. But then he says, it's facilitated by Zico Museums and the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture. Who runs the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture? He's speaking the truth. It is facilitated by Zico Museums. It is facilitated by the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture. That's the truth, but he's speaking the truth untruthfully. He separates Gayton McKenzie from the Ministry of Sports, Arts and Culture. That's where the deception comes in. Gayton McKenzie, what false promises is going to make here for the Khoi and San people? That's what that guy says. Then he says, but anyway, it's facilitated by the deception. He's trying to put in the minds of people promises. Hy gaan kom lieg. Want hy is hier vir politics, maar die is die mense wat het kom doen is actually Department of Sports, Arts and Culture. Maar die minister is aan die minister. Deception. The art of politics. Then I was wondering, who is this guy? Met niks followers. Who did they send? Who did they send? Hy het net bietjie velletjie aangesit en nou sê daar. Then I found another video. Then I said, oh, okay. I want to show you. Voila. It's amazing. So, die man wordt actually gestuurd door die DA. Ga nou, hoekom? Because they want our own to speak bad of our own. Hij zet net een paar velletjes aan. Hij gaat daar zo, gaan maken video's. You must ask yourself. No one stopped him. Why? Because Gaten McKenzie serves everybody, even haters. Hij is daar, hij heeft access. Met zijn velletjes. Maar hij is daar voor nonsense. Jy zit met een paar velletjes aan als je chief. Zeker chiefs en pirates, ja. Maar nou ken ons. Hij is uit daar zo voor die DA. Om voor pres slecht te maken. Now I want to ask you this. Think about it. Guys, think carefully. That's the art of politics. Hij zit velletjes aan, kan die waar. Die velletjes is op blooslang vel. Die rechtervel is blooslang vel, die hele tijd. Maar hij zet velletjes aan. Hij blenden. Kan die wijs daar voor video's. Wie hem gestuurd zijn masters. At the same event that he was at. Instead of sitting there and ask the following. President said, listen to what press says. Listen to press here.
There's a great lesson for our people here today.
There's a great lesson for our people here today.
There's a great lesson for our people here today. The very same letter that was sent to the Premier and to the MEC of the Northern Cape was sent to the Premier and the MEC of the Western Cape. Julle moet net kyk wie is hier vandag en wie is hier nie. Die waarheid moet gepraat word vandag. I'm also the Minister of Sport. As the rugby gamers, as almal daar. Because it's important. But today, the absence of certain people here speaks to the story of ours. Die wat nie wil sien, gaan aan met jou blindheid. Die wat nie wil hoor, gaan aan met jou dowigheid. Maar vir ons wat oë het en wat ore het, ons sien wat gaan hier.
There you have it. Do you see the lesson? Hy is daar van die idee af. Die ding happen in die Western Cape, in Cape Town, om die draai by die Western Cape Legislature. Om die draai, waar die premier is. They get invites. The premier of the Western Cape, Ellen Windy. Nie eens die Windy, vaai om daarna toe nie. Ricardo, MEC Ricardo, where were they? When our forefathers' bones came home. Where were they? Instead of sit there and vraag die question, meneer Velletjie, staan daar en criticize die man wat die ding gedoen het. Instead of vraag sy premier en sy MEC, waar was julle om ons voorvaders terug te welkom en te bring? Maak julle oop. Think. Deception. The art of politics versus the heart of politics. Okay. Let me finish with this. The DA in the ad hoc committee, in the ad hoc committee, I must tell you all this. In the ad hoc committee, you have every party is given an opportunity to send representatives to the ad hoc committee for the allegations of Mkhwanazi. Guess who they sent? Alicia, You are right. Ricardo is intimidated by Gayton McKenzie. But you must please spell Ricardo's surname properly. McKenzie is how you spelled it. McKenzie for Gayton McKenzie. Ricardo is Mackenzie. Kenzie. He's Manet Kenzie. He's Manet Kenzie. That's what the ma. So spell it net asseblief. Sit net die A daar. Sit net die groot A. Groot A. Sit net 'n groot A.
Remember that plate you once made us of tripe many years